Blake Cliett with High and Tight Roofing. We're based out of Lumberton, Texas, and also just opened a new branch in St. Joseph, Missouri. When I first met Liz at the event, we were only 2 years in business at the time, and it was still just me, but it was starting to grow. We're looking at adding new employees at the time. Some of the biggest changes we've had since then are really the growth with the team, the employees, naturally the revenue with that comes. The first thing I had to do was hire help to answer the phones, and from there, just started realizing the things that I can't get to by myself and having to hire the right people. Well, since we had the RTU implemented, it's really helped us to stay organized, first of all, with our documents and our processes, and then also building on them as we go. So not just having them, but we have one central location to access them. We actually just put our first new sales rep through the full training program, and it worked out really well just to have him log in, go through the whole training process, and to be able to track it. And he said he learned a lot. He really appreciated having that. So Roof Team University, as far as training people, has saved me lots of time in the sense that I don't have to sit down and do everything with them. We have it built out. We can just assign it to them. They log in, go through the courses, and we know what they're doing because we track it through there. So looking forward, what we're looking to do is, like I said earlier, we just opened up a new branch in St. Joseph, Missouri, and which kind of sparked a new motivation for me to not just stop there. So now we're looking at, in the future, where we're gonna open after that. But meeting with Liz and going through all these things has helped me structure it, so we're not just hoping things happen. Now we actually have a plan and a timeline to work with. So going back to where we first got started, I'll even go back to the job I had before I started this company. It was my in-between stage between roofing when I was selling for another company. We'll skip the story of why I left, but I ended up taking another job. It was really a great company, but after a year and a half working there at my $1 an hour raise, I realized that it was kind of capped and I needed more. I wanted a challenge. I wanted to grow and do more things. And on the way out, my employer at the time asked, am I gonna have employees? And I said, well, I don't have plans to. And he said, well, good, employees are hell. And that's always stuck with me. And so for the first year or two, I was still just me, but then it just started growing naturally. And I came to that point to realize what he was talking about. It's not that the people are really bad, it's just the management of them. If you're not prepared for it, it can be a lot to take on, and I wasn't prepared for it. So we started with hiring somebody to answer the phones because I missed my first appointment, and that wasn't acceptable to me. So I hired somebody to answer phones from there. I guess going back to the beginning, we've grown every single year, 30, 40, 50, 60%. Last year was our slowest growth. It was still 10% though. So each year we've been able to grow, and with that growth, we need more people and more help. And so my job has shifted from looking at roofs and selling to now I manage people and manage money. And so it's a whole different world. I actually kind of enjoy it though. Some of the highlights of things that we've accomplished. For one, to say that I operate a multi-million-dollar company, I still have to think about what that really means. But now even looking forward to think, okay, well that's just the beginning. We could even and will be a $10 million plus company here pretty soon in the near future. We did a rebrand last year. So now to run into people all over our community and say, hey, I saw your trucks, I see your billboards, those look really cool, I love your brand. I feel really good about that, to be something that people recognize in our community. To be known as, hey, that's Blake, he owns High and Tight Roofing. Yeah, so one of the other things that we've been able to accomplish is opening a new branch, and how that came about was really a conversation I had with an old friend of mine who lived in Missouri and was looking to do something different, was interested in the roofing sales, couldn't move back to Texas to start over. So we started exploring the idea about a little over a year ago. Just didn't work out then, but it was always a possibility. So this year it came back up, and I had to think about some numbers, make sure it was something we could do, and then I saw that it was possible, so then we just made that decision. There was strategy involved, but it was more of an opportunity that we just wanted to take advantage of. So having a lot of the structure in place at our home office has really been helpful in setting that up, so it wasn't just going in blind and doing it. Now I'm starting to see a lot of the things, it's actually exposing some of the holes we still had at home. So it's helping both ways. There's things from our original location that I can apply to the new one. There's things that I'm seeing starting a new branch again that, hey, we could easily implement that back home. That would help. And then now also with the goals of opening other branches as well, this really gives us a good framework to operate on. So the next time, ideally, it'll just be a plug and play kind of deal. Some of the things that we're going to implement now, coming back after this, is really more structure in our leadership team. The things that we've known we've needed, things like reports and numbers and data that we have to track, but now going home with a more clear picture on how we're going to structure that, having daily checklists, not just for me, but for the leadership team, because I think One of the things holding us back is really my leadership and my implementation. I can tell them what I need from them, but if I don't provide what they need to make it happen, then it just kind of gets lost in it. So to get that structure to where my leadership team's functioning on their own and they can just bring me the data I need will be really helpful. To any other owners of roofing companies that are considering doing these things, I would just say that if you're serious about growth and growing a company, it's really a non-negotiable. I had to look at the cost of it, and I tried to put it in a different perspective, and I thought if I had to pay an employee what I'm paying them on an annual basis to get this done, that's actually came out to a really cheap employee. And it's not just one employee, you have a whole team of people here that really care to see your business grow. Once I put that in perspective and saw what I was going to get out of it, it's helping me accomplish things that I would have never done without that help.